The following events were recorded as they happened at the Hospital for Sick Children in Toronto. In this episode of Life's Little Miracles, Cassandra's chance to stand and Geoffrey's brain tumor. 10 days ago, 15-year-old Geoffrey Shoddy began to suffer seizures. Geoffrey is a competitive BMX rider, but was forced to stop once the seizures began.
A lot of the guys are Canadian BMX. The good one. The good one.
The good ones are Canadian, eh?
After a series of tests, doctors discovered a brain tumor. Today, Geoffrey will undergo surgery to have the tumor removed. The surgery is risky, but until the tumor can be examined, doctors will not know if it is a threat to Geoffrey's life.
Just the CAT scan?
Not the 3D ones or the new one.
He just saw the CAT scan.
Hi. Hey, Geoffrey. How are you? Nice to see you.
Good.
Hi.
Let me just start by summarizing that he presented to us with a first-time ever seizure, as you know. It's a very serious thing to watch and to look at, and we strongly feel the cause of his seizure is a growth that we've found on his CAT scan and his MRI scan that's just behind the ear, right here on the right-hand side. It's about the size of a golf ball.
It's embedded
It's on the surface, of the brain.
It's just sort of resting on the surface?
Well,
Or-
it starts at the surface of the brain, but it does go into a depth of about 1.5 centimeters, 2 centimeters into the brain substance itself. It looks like it has a lot of calcium on it on the CT scan, suggesting it's been there for a while, but for some reason it's just now started to cause his seizures.
Yep.
So the plan today is to remove the growth that's there and hope that our efforts today will stop any further seizure activity. Of course, one of the big questions I'm sure you have is, what is it? What is this thing that's been there? And we'll find out in part today, but it takes the pathologists about an extra 2 or 3 days to really let us know precisely what it is that we've removed. Geoffrey, how about you? You're all set to go ahead?
Yeah.
He just wants to do whatever it takes to get back on that bike.
Five-year-old Cassandra was born with spina bifida and is paralyzed from the waist down. Until a few months ago, Cassandra was able to move on her own using a standing brace, but her muscles have become stiff and rigid. Today, Cassandra has traveled from her home in Northern Ontario for a 7-hour surgery.
We're doing both hips, right?
Everything from the waist down, they said.
Okay.
Doctors hope by releasing tension in her muscles, Cassandra will once again be able to use her brace to stand.
She knows why she's here today?
Yeah.
Okay, and she has no feeling from the waist down?
No, the waist down, she doesn't.
Are any of your teeth loose right now? Are they wiggly?
Yeah,
Are they?
she's got
Show
one.
me. Oh, you're gonna get rich. You have to put that under your pillow. Oh, yes. Okay, there you go. Let's see how big you are. Good girl. Yeah. There you are, 12.8 kilograms. Okay, Mom, pick you up.
And then we'll be ready to go, eh?
Okay.
Hi there.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Oh, not too bad.
Hi, how are you?
So just to briefly review, we're going to operate on both the hips to allow them to spread a little bit more, and both of the knees to allow them to be a little bit straighter.
Okay.
And the feet, which are kind of coming up in this position, I'll lengthen the tendons so they come into a flatter to the ground position.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to do today. Now afterwards, she'll be in cast below her knee. Then we get her back up in her parapodium about 3 weeks from now would be the hope.
Okay.
Okay, everything should be good enough by then.
Yeah. It'll be nice to have looser legs.
Yeah.
'Cause she's finds it pretty hard right now to get around in that, so.
Yeah, well, that's why we're here. Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see you afterwards, okay?
Yep.
Great.
Soon you'll have your legs fixed. Right? Yeah.
Oh, stop everything. Oh, hold the operation for an hour. That's it. Then
Do a few brain exercises before he goes in.
this is his test. What operation, right?
I haven't heard anything yet.
Hi. Well, we had a chance to speak previously. Is there anything else now, just before we go in, that you'd like to ask us just now? All right.
No, we're
Everything's
okay.
just as we described.
Yeah.
About 3 hours of surgical time. We'll come out and find you then in the recovery room afterward, let you know how everything went. From surgery, he goes to the intensive care unit just for a day. Upstairs the next day, and anticipate a 3 to 5 day hospitalization. All right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
All set.
We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Thanks.
Have too many giggles, eh?
Save the good ones for us.
So Linda's going to take the two of you around to your waiting areas.
Okay.
You know, any more questions you can ask?
You want over here?
You want to go with me? Where the doctor will come and see you, tell you how everything went.
This is a pointer that the surgeons can use to see where the patient's tumor or lesion is in reference to their skin. So before they even go into the head, they'll be able to know where to go.
We now know exactly where the tumor is beneath the skin. We're showing it here. It's exactly here. And then we have to be very careful. There's a very prominent vein that comes at the bottom end of the tumor. And the tumor is located here, and here's this very prominent vein that's coming across right here. Okay, gentlemen. Fire away. Go up a little higher. Okay, so what we've done is we've mapped out where we're going to do the bone window to expose the tumor. We're going to remove this cranial window now. Okay, let's get the Midas Rex in. Yeah, right there, perfect. Yeah. That'll wash. You there?
I want to go in there.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh.
That's great. So you're going to come with me? Everybody's all set there?
Then when you wake up, I can come in and see you, okay? Okay, sweetie. We'll see you when
We're
you
just
wake
going to go
up.
around the corner. That's all we're going to do.
Oh, come on. Yeah. See you later, Cass. Good girl. Honey.
So we're doing tiny little incisions in each of the places where all the muscles are tight. We're actually excising, removing a piece of the muscle and the associated tendons to prevent them from reforming again and scarring up, which would lead to further tightness and interfere with her ability to stand. The one finger test is she's just about perfectly straight, and just with a little tiny push, she's really straight. And then finally we'll do an operation on the femur because the left hip is out of joint. And then if she's still doing okay in terms of the anesthetic, finally we'll go on and do releases on her feet as well. So she'll end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so about 10, 11 different surgical incisions.
Hurry up and wait.
Yeah, that's right.
Irrigation, please. I'll pick that.
And there's the dura of the brain. We still can't see the brain yet because we have the covering called the dura on top. Okay, let's open up. Start at the very top. Okay, now make sure you see. Make sure you see. Make sure that you stay on top of labia here. You gotta see labia. Take a Dana and a patty. You don't want to stir up any bleeding here. So I think what we should do is open up across the vein and then head down towards the tumor. And so give yourself a good margin above the vein. Yeah. Yeah.
I think you're almost above it.
You're almost on top of it. Here's another piece.
this one again?
You just want your veins, guys, yeah?
I got the vein right here, okay?
Be careful, I don't want it to tear. Very slow, but you're on this side. A little bit more. A little bit more. Yep. Careful, watch the veins.
Another hour to go.
Yep.
So the tumor's been removed now through a small incision in the brain that you see here. And you can see the cavity where the tumor was located. And we went to the depth of the tumor to remove it all completely. The last stitches and staple are going in, and then we can put on a head dressing and we can go over and talk to the family. Well, just as we had planned, we made our opening at the back end of the ear here. We got right to where the tumor was, took a biopsy of the tumor immediately, sent it off to the pathologist. We continued to remove the tumor, and the other good piece of news is I think we got it all out. We'll be awaiting the final pathology report. Please give us at least a couple of days for that.
Yep.
I'd like to spend some time with you once I receive the final report.
Yep.
I'll just prepare you that we've manipulated the brain a little bit around the area, so he may be prone to have another seizure. Don't be disappointed if he has a seizure in the early post-operative period. If he stays on his medication for the next couple of months, we'll be able to talk about taking him off of the medication in due course.
Oh, that's good news, eh?
Yeah.
Hey, come on, buddy. Okay. Just waking up. Okay. I'm sorry.
Baby boy.
Yeah, there you go. I know somebody lives under those eyes, huh?
And I've just given him some morphine for pain. So I think in a couple minutes for it to work. So
My head's hurt. I know, she just gave you some medicine, sweetie.
Just take a minute and it'll start working, okay?
Just takes a minute, then you'll be happy again. Yeah. So there'll be no bike riding today, right?
Between releasing the tendons and putting the bone in a new position, leg comes down flat to the table. So now the last thing to be done is to get her feet in a reasonable position. Forceps. She has a real tendency for the feet to come up, so she stands on her heels, and it's hard to get her into her little splints. So we're going to put some casts on to hold her feet in the corrected position. Yeah, it worked. So she's got 2 pink casts on, that's what we heard. Pink was the color, okay. So you'll see that both of her legs spread just about to the bed. You know, the feet are in a good position, the knees are almost straight, and the hips will need a little bit of stretching, but I think you'll find her much looser and much easier to do everything with.
And maybe she'll be taller now.
Yeah, well, she was a little bit taller actually when we got her straightened out. And then we hope within 3 to 4 weeks from now she'll be upstanding again.
Okay.
That the bone, provided the bone is healed, okay.
Find that different. She has been able to in a few months, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I'll probably see you tomorrow. Okay?
Hey, Geoffrey, how are you?
Just feel a little beat right now.
Well, sure. It was a big day yesterday.
Yeah, had a good night though.
Good.
Yeah.
Lots of hours of surgery, so don't
Oh, yes.
expect him to spring right out of bed today, right? Any seizures last night that I need to worry about?
No. No.
We're going to keep him on this medication, as you know,
Yeah.
for
Yeah, for 2
several
months.
several months until we're really sure that
Yeah.
everything's okay. You'll probably be here throughout the weekend till early next week.
Yeah.
We'll try to get the
We're
pathology
prepared
report.
for 7 days, so whatever happens better than that is a bonus.
Okay. Then slowly but surely, each of these lines will be coming out.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, Geoffrey, nice to see you.
Good news.
All right, take
Thanks.
care.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Right. Okay.
So we'll arrange an appointment, say, the next 10 to 14 days to come down and be fitted for the new parapodium.
I had a question on this flying home. Do you agree with flying her to our hospital, or? I went down to the parking lot and looked at the car seat, and I thought she can't sit on that angle, so because it's so deep.
Okay,
So
that's fine. We do what we think is best. Mm-hmm. And I'll see you in about a month. So hopefully
just-
halfway between then and now,
Okay.
you'll come down and be fitted. And then in a month, she'll be ready to go into the peripodium.
Okay.
And everything should be healed up nicely then.
You get the short ride. I get the long ride with Megan. You know how long
How
that's
long is
gonna
that?
be?
20 minutes? 40 minutes?
I think it's about 40 minutes flying.
Jackie's gonna go with you out to the airport, okay? Yeah? Do I get a hug? Yeah? I'll see you later, okay? I love you and I'll buy you a treat, okay, Emily, huh?
Geoffrey, how are you doing? The final pathology is not completely in yet. Everything looks good, like we had talked about before. But we'll wait for the final pathology, and we can get the staple here out of his forehead.
Oh, good.
Before he goes home.
Perfect, because he
That's
really
okay.
wants it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Alrighty. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is just, here's the little staple, remember? That's it.
Yeah.
No, finish.
Ta-da!
You want these to take home?
Well, he's got enough of them in the side.
Feel like a new man.
Yeah.
How are you doing? You okay? Yeah? Would you mind sitting up here for me? That's a girl. I'll have a quick peek at your back since you're here. And that looks good. It comes nice and straight, and she's...
She's got really good range.
Yeah, she's got really
Yeah,
good
Mom's
range.
done a really good job.
Yeah, Mom's done an incredible job. Now the feet really move nicely and flexibly. They come down into a nice position. The x-ray shows everything's fine, stay just the way it's supposed to. Well, as far as I'm concerned, this is as good as I would ever get it. So at this point, she can be standing.
I found some shoes for you.
They look like they almost glow in the dark.
Mommy, why I got shoes?
To go in your stander. Stand up.
Okay, let's test this thing out.
You never stand for this, eh?
Can you wiggle your bum down here for me? Good girl. There. Ready to stand up? Hey. Now that looks pretty good. What do you think? It's okay? Do you want to take her by your hands? Hey.
Pull. Come on, you know how.
2 months after discharge, Cassandra is well enough to attend summer camp at the Bloorview Macmillan Children's Centre in Toronto. Cassandra's muscles are no longer stiff and rigid, and she is able to enjoy the freedom of using her standing brace once again.
How long is it gonna take?
Probably 15 minutes, not too much more than that.
Oh, good morning. How are you? How's everyone? Hey, Geoffrey, how are you? Nice to see you. So it's been about 4 weeks now since the operation?
24th, I think it was, in May. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And give me a capsule summary then of what's happened since you've been at home.
Good. He haven't had any painkillers since we walked out of the hospital. He's no headaches. Feeling well.
Well, let's see how it's healed up then. There it is. There's the incision. You know, the tumor was located just behind his ear in this location here, so I'm just going to press gently to make sure it feels good, and it does. That's excellent. Now, I've got the best news of the day for you. This is the actual pathology report from Dr. Becker.
Okay.
And basically, the tumor is called a ganglioglioma. That's a benign tumor.
Oh, wonderful,
super.
wonderful.
Okay, and we think we've got the whole tumor out now.
Alrighty.
So it's good news all the way around. I'm happy
All right.
to deliver that
No.
to you. So you can go on your bike now with the helmet on, right, of course.
Yeah.
And you have to start slow. I don't want you
Yeah.
jumping, you know, going over obstacles, climbing hills, going off-road. Build up your speed gradually.
Now that Geoffrey's brain tumor has been removed, doctors are hopeful that he will no longer suffer from seizures.
He's happy again, right?
Yep.
On his bike.
Back to normal.
Geoffrey continues to recover from his surgery, but is now strong enough to return to the sport he loves. On the next episode of Life's Little Miracles, Liam's airway surgery.